Yo, what's up, my good people in the YouTube world? You already know what it is. It's your boy B, and I'm right back up at you guys with another video. And today, we hit Court Square in Queens, New York. Court Square is located in Long Island City, Queens. And this is a real trendy area, my people. When I tell you it's trendy, I mean there's going to be people out there from all different walks of life. Court Square in Long Island City in itself reminds me a lot of Brooklyn. Right next to Brooklyn, once you go over the bridge. What area is that? I always forget the area, man. But American Horror Story was over there. I keep forgetting the area. I'm gonna walk down there one day for you guys. But these are trendy areas, man, where you could go on your lunch break, or you could go out to happy hour after work and chill with some people from the office. They got a bunch of bars out there, trendy bars too, like cool, new, different types of stuff that y'all never even seen before. You have young people, middle-aged people, older people, and everybody's just getting along. That's one of the great things about New York, is that they often put a whole bunch of people from different walks of life together. And that's one of the things that I like. That's definitely a thing that I like, and I think that it makes New Yorkers some of the most well-versed people that you will ever meet. The apartments over there are very expensive, people. Very expensive. I mean, we talking about $3,000, $2,700 for a studio apartment. But what you'll notice in all of these videos is that all you see is construction going up. Before the pandemic, I did a video closer to where I work at, or Northern Boulevard, and you saw them just building. Now, a lot of those buildings up over there is storages. MTA is building a facility over there where a station. Over here, there's mad different places going up. And the craziest thing about it is you'll see Manhattan in the backdrop of all these things, but it's probably cheaper than Manhattan, but they're only like 2 stops away on the train. You have Court Square, then you have Queensbridge, and then after Queensbridge, you're in Manhattan, 59th Street, right up there. So a lot of the professionals over here, they're staying away from the hustle and bustle of Manhattan, and they're making their own mini Manhattan over here. And the craziest thing about it is, man, I feel good, because honestly, if I wanted to, I could get one of these apartment buildings over here and just chill, But it is what it is. Look at the colors over here. It's a very vibrant neighborhood. That's one of the things I like about it, and it's artsy. Very artsy neighborhood, man. It's a whole bunch of graffiti everywhere. They have a bunch of museums in Long Island City. I love it. But also with Long Island City, it means a lot to me. And I look at things as stages in my life. And Long Island City is one of those phases, or it captured one of my phases. One of the phases that I had was prior to me going into the hospital. Now, this is a very intimate story, my people, because this is probably one of the stories that shaped who I am as a person to this day. Because I could have not been here if it wasn't for the good people at Mount Sinai Hospital over here in Long Island City. Shout out to the staff at Mount Sinai. So people, your boy B was an alcoholic. I'm not going to say was an alcoholic, because once you're an alcoholic, you're always going to be alcoholic, because even though I may not drink right now, there is a strong possibility that, I could go back into those habits of drinking every single day and drinking myself to sleep. I'm not at that point right now, so I'm thankful. But again, if I'm not careful, that can happen. So I lived on 37th Street, I believe it was. And that's about maybe 10 to 15, walking about 10-15 minutes walking. In the car's about a 4 or 5 minute drive. And I had pancreatitis, my people, where they had to take out parts of my pancreas. And when I was over here in Long Island City, I was in an induced coma for 3.5 months. And during that time, I felt as if I grew a lot, and it created one of the concepts that I carry to this day, and that is the fact that your mind is where it really is. Your mind is where it really is, because I was in that hospital on that bed for about, like I said, 3.5 months. But my mind traveled so much. Maybe it was the drugs that they gave me to keep me in that coma, but my mind was everywhere. Every single place, my people. I experienced so much, and all that stuff seemed real. So that gave me the inkling of there may be something else out there different than the physical world. And I got sick in the year 2006. So we're talking almost 20 years ago, people. That's when that first inkling started coming to me. Then after all this stuff started happening, the pandemic, we talking about 20-something, almost 20 years later, 17 years later, and something else just happened to me. I started, my wife passed away. One of my dearest cousins, who we're going to be celebrating her life because her birthday is coming up next week. We're going to be celebrating that. And this was like my second rebirth, which I don't know what it is, man. And shout out to all the gig drivers over there. You see them with them bikes out there? That's what up. I love that. They didn't have that in Brooklyn when I was doing it. Or maybe they did, but they just didn't show it to me. But it is what it is. I'm getting off point. The fact of the matter is that now, after the pandemic, after all this death that I saw, I told myself that I have to start living. And when I opened my eyes to life, nature came in there. I don't know what it is, my people. Nature just came in, and I just see the beauty in creation now. And you could call it God, you could call it whatever you want. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's touching me, and it's making me feel inspired to record it and try to give the people in YouTube the same feeling that I have when I walk through there. Now, I'm not that great of an artist yet, but I'm going to figure out a way to do it, my people. I'm going to figure out a way to do it. Maybe I got to take some classes or something. But, I want you guys to feel what I feel as I walk down these streets, my people. And again, after the pandemic and working in Long Island City, I'm just seeing, man, that life in itself, just waking up, is a beauty, because it's no guarantee anybody's gonna wake up tomorrow. You could die at this moment right now, and all of this beauty, well, we don't know, because nobody know what happens after death, but I just want to take all of it in while I'm here, because it's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous. Like, I start to look at things like this, man. Let's look at what we create as humans. We create buildings, we create those stoplights, we create those buses that you see, and it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. We create the streets, and I look at it as humans just trying to emulate what we see in our bodies and what we see in nature. So streets. So let's say you want to control the flow of streets like this. So Court Square is an area that a lot of people go. You're going to see a lot of roads lead to that area. You're going to see the streets wider to hold, for the traffic. But when we look at our body and we start seeing that, we could look at our blood as the same way we look at the streets and things like that. So if you notice, like, certain arteries, certain veins are bigger when they need to carry more blood, and that's nature creating right there. That's nature through trial and error, through creation, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's nature creating. Or if you believe in a God, that's God creating. Or if you believe that we're a brain in a vat, then how intelligent are our creators that they can create us? And that would be their natural interpretation of their body, the same way that our trains and stuff was our natural interpretation of what we see in the real world. Just imagine how that life form that created us, how smart that must be. Then if we could go into I think they call it an infinite digress, and just keep going back and back. So if that life form was created, then how smart was the life form that created that? And what I'm starting to see in life in general, man, is just that these are just all enigmas, man. These are all enigmas, man. A lot of times I try to get up here and search for the actual fabric of space. Like, what is it? If we could zoom down to the most, we got it as quirks and things like that. But if we could, I'm telling you, once our instruments get better, plank time and things like that, plank space. Once our instruments get better, we're gonna find out that there's even way more to realize than that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, and you can literally get lost into all these thoughts. And I know I'm sitting up here talking too much, y'all supposed to be enjoying this, but that's, I'm gonna find a place to put these videos up where I'm not talking, where you guys can just get the ambiance of New York City. But that's all I got. You guys can watch the last 3 minutes of this thing by yourselves, you dig? But I'm up out here. Thank you guys for listening to me. In the comment section, let me know what y'all think, man. Agree, disagree, it don't matter. I don't think anybody knows what's going on. But if we do have some physicists or people that's into math and things like that want to correct some of the things that I say, please do such. Please do such. Even if you have a different way of looking at the world than me, let me know, man. Let me know. I would definitely love to to see what you guys are thinking, man. But thank y'all for watching. Peace out, and continue watching into the video. Yeah.